Hello everyone. In this video we're going to know more about Act 3 Scene 2 of The Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. Let's start by a very short summary about um, the scene. Portia advises Bassanio to postpone choosing for fear he should make the wrong choice. Bassanio declares himself unable to live in uncertainty. Portia is overjoyed when Bassanio correctly chooses the lead chest containing her picture, giving Bassanio a ring as a symbolic act to indicate her giving to him both herself and everything that is hers. Portia insists that he treasure the ring. Gratiano announces that he and Nerissa will also marry. Celario, Lorenzo, and Jessica arrive with the news of Antonio's financial ruin and the apparently certain destruction that he will soon suffer at Shylock's hands. Portia offers to pay the debt many times over and tells Bassanio to return to Venice immediately after their wedding to save Antonio. Let's start by Portia's speech to Bassanio. I pray you tarry past a day or two. This when he was going to play the lottery game. She wanted him to wait, take time. She didn't want to lose him at all, so she gave him this advice. Before you hazard, for in choosing wrong, I lose your company, therefore forbear a while. There's something tells me, there's something that she had a feeling that told her not to let him choose right now. But it is not love. I would not lose you, and you know yourself. Hate counsels not in such a quality, but lest you should not understand me well. And yet a maiden hath no tongue but thought. I would detain you here some month or two before you venture. For me, I could teach you how to choose right, but then I am forsworn, so will I never be. So may you miss me. So she didn't want him to choose right now. She didn't want to lose him at all, and she added, but if you do, you'll make me wish a sin that I had been forsworn. Be sure your eyes, they have overlooked me and divided me. She she requested um, not to let him uh, look at her eyes because as she said that the magic of the love or the magic of his eyes um, let her feel love, let her feel love. They have overlooked me and divided me. One half of me is yours, and the other half yours. Mine own, I would say, but if mine, then yours, and so all yours. So she meant here that um, when he looked at her, she felt that she's divided into two parts. One is hers, and the other one is uh, for him. But she concluded at the end that when because of this magic, she felt that all of her is his. It means that she really loves him so much, and she didn't want to lose him at all. All these naughty toys put bars between the owners and their rights, and though yours, not yours, prove it so, let fortune go to hell for it, not I. I speak too long, and she talked a lot, but 'tis to um, pays the time to essay it, and to draw it out in length, to stain you from election. She didn't want to lose him. She talked a lot. Bassanio started to reply by saying, let me choose, for as I am, I live upon the rock. I came here to play the lottery game for you. Portia said, "Upon the rack, Bassanio." "Then confess what treason there is mingled with your love." Bassanio said, "None but that ugly treason of mistrust." Here, the only thing that he had in his mind that he he wanted her and he didn't want to lose her, but um, he couldn't promise her that he would choose the right casket, which makes me fear the enjoying of my love. There may as well be a amity and life tween snow and fire as treason in my love. Portia say, "Ay, but I fear you speak upon the rack, where men enforced to speak anything." Then Bassanio said, "Promise me life, and I'll confess the truth." Portia said, "Well then, confess and live." Bassanio said, "Confess and love had been the very sum of my confession. O happy torment, when my torturer does teach me answers for deliverance, but let me to my fortune and the casket. Let me see the casket, let me play the lottery game." Portia started to say, "Away then, they are there. I am locked in one of them. My picture is inside one of these caskets. If you do love me, you will find me out." Nerissa and the rest stand all aloof or aside, and then she ordered them, "Let music sound while he does make his choice. Then if he lose, he makes a swan-like end, fading in music." She wanted them to play that music, a very sad music when he fails, that the comparison may stand more proper. My eye shall be the stream, and watery death-bed for him. He may win. And what is music then? Then music is, even as the flourish when true subjects bow to a new crowned monarch. The crowned monarch is a king, such it is as are those uh, dulcet sounds in break of day that creep into the dreaming bridegroom's ear and summon him to marriage. Now he goes, Portia said with no less presence, but much, much more love, than young Alcides when he did redeem the virgin tribute paid by hauling Troy to the sea monster. "I stand for sacrifice." So she compared her love to Bassanio exactly like the situation, and she said that the rest aloof, the rest aside, are the Dardanian wives with bleared visages, come forth to view the issue of the exploit. Go Hercules, and she compared her love to and her story with Hercules and his Juno. Live thou, I live, with much, much more dismay I view the fight than thou that makest the fray. A song the vilest Bassanio comments on the casket to himself. "Tell me where is fancy bred, or in the heart, or in the head? How begot, how nourished? Reply, it is engendered in the eye, with gazing fed, and fancy dies in the cradle where it lies. Let us all ring fancy's knell. I'll begin it, ding dong bell." Bassanio started to talk to himself about which casket will he choose. So may the outside or the cover shows be least themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. He started to tell himself that some people were deceived by the false appearance. So this means that he will exclude the golden casket. In law, what please so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with a gracious voice obscures the show of evil in religion. What damned error but some sober brow will bless it and approve it with the text, hiding the grossness with fair ornament. Some people try to hide their real or their reality with fair ornament. There is no vice so simple but assumes some mark of virtue on his outward parts. How many cowards whose hearts are all as false. So he mentioned here some coward people try to hide their um, um, hide that by putting or by growing some hairs and growing their beards to just look like Hercules, as stairs of sand were yet upon their chins, the beards of Hercules and frowning Mars, who in words search to have livers white as milk, means that they are totally coward people. Their inside their heart, they are not brave, but what they made, the false appearance they made, can let people think they are brave, and these assume but veilers excrement to render them redoubted. Look on beauty, and you shall see this purchased by the weight, which therein works a miracle in nature, making them lightest that bear most of it. So are those crisp, snaky golden locks, which makes such wanton gambols with the wind. Also, he talked about the face, false appearance, and some women love to put makeup and that just to look prettier than they are. Upon supposed fairness, often known to be uh, the dower, the dowry of a second head. The second head means the wig. Also, this can be an example of a false appearance. The skull that bred them in the sculpture, thus ornament is but um, the culture to a most dangerous sea, the beauteous scar veiling an Indian beauty, in a word, the seeming truth which cunning times put on to entrap the wisest. Therefore, then, thou gaudy gold, hard food for Midas. The Midas, or the King Midas, as you know, that um, he was. It's a story about the king uh, who touched everything, and this uh, everything whenever he touched it, it turns into gold. I will none of thee. So he excluded the gold casket, nor none of thee, thou pale and common drudge, twin man and man. So he also excluded, and he didn't want to choose the silver casket, which rather threatenest than dost promisal oath. Thy paleness moves me more than eloquence. And here, choose I, joy be the consequence, the value is given, the see, Portia said aside, how all the other passions fleet to air as doubtful thoughts embrace despair and shuddering fear and green-eyed jealousy. All love be moderate. She here when she looked at him, she started to calm down. She told herself, um, don't exaggerate in showing your love. Allay thy ecstasy in measuring thy joy. Scant this excess. I feel too much. Thy blessing, make it less. She's trying to reduce um, her feelings for fear I surfeit. Bassanio opens the lead casket, and when Bassanio opened the casket, he said, what find I here? Fair Portia's counterfeit. What demigod? Demigod is the artist who drew her picture, and he drew it very well, hath come so near creation. It means that he drew her exactly as she was. Move these eyes. He couldn't move his eyes um, from looking at the picture, or whether riding on the balls of wine seem they in motion. Here are severed lips, parted with sugar breath, so sweet a bar should sunder such sweet friends. Here in her hairs the painter placed the spider, and hath woven a golden mesh, entrap the hearts of men, faster than gnats in cobwebs. But her eyes, how could he see to do that? Having made one, methinks it should have powder to steal both his and leave itself unfurnished. Yet look how far the substance of my brazen doth wrong this shadow in underprising it. So far this shadow doth lie behind the substance. Here's the scroll, the continent, and summary of my fortune. He's going to read the message. You that choose not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true, since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new, if you be well pleased with this, and hold your fortune for your bliss. Turn you where your lady is, and claim her with a loving kiss. A gentle scroll, fair lady, by your leave, I come by note to give, and to receive, like one of two contending in a prize, that thinks he hath done well in people's eyes. Hearing applause and universal shout, here he couldn't believe his eyes, and he couldn't believe that he won until he heard people clapping. Whether those peals of praise be his or no, so thrice fair lady stand I even so, as doubtful whether what I see be true, until confirmed, signed, ratified by you. It means that I couldn't believe until you confirmed that I won the lottery game. Portia said, you see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself alone I would not be ambitious in my wish to wish myself much better, yet for you I would be trebled 20 times myself. Means that she wanted to, um, she he thought that she's not enough for him, and she said that I have to You deserve more than that. 1,000 times more fair, 10,000 times more rich, and that only to stand high in your account, to to be equal and to deserve you. I might in virtues, beauties, livings, friends exceed account, but the full sum of me is sum of something which to terms in Goss is an unlessoned girl. She wasn't um, educated, unlessoned girl, unschooled, unpracticed. It means that she hadn't um, no experience. Happy in this, she is not yet so old, but she may learn happier than this. She's willing to learn more just to deserve him. She's not bred so dull, but she can learn. Happiest of all is that her gentle spirit commits itself to yours to be directed as from her Lord, her Governor, her King. Myself and what is mine to you, and yours is now converted. She gave him everything, and uh, um, she said that I'm going to give you this ring, and by this you will own everything. But now I was the lord of this fair mansion, master of my servants, queen over myself, and even now, but now this house, these servants, and this same myself are yours. My lords, I give them with this ring, handling him a ring, which when you part from, lose, or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on you. Vantage to exclaim on you. So this means that if you're going to take it off from your hand, it means that you you will ruin your love. Bassanio said, Madame, you have briefed me of all words. Madame, you have bereft me of all my words. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins, and there is such confusion in my powers as after some oration fairly spoke by a beloved prince, there doth appear among the buzzing pleased multitude, where every something being blent together turns to a wild of nothing save of joy expressed and not expressed. But when this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from hence. Oh, then behold to say Nathaniel is dead. He promised her that he's not going to take it off from his hand. Then Nerissa said, My lord and lady, it is now our time, that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper, to cry, good joy, my lord and lady. They are going to celebrate, and she congratulated them. Gratiano said, My lord Bassanio, and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish, for I am sure you can wish none from me, and when you were honors mean to solemnize the bargain of your faith, I do beseech, he requested, I do beseech you, even at that time I may be married too. Nathaniel, with all my heart, so thou canst get a wife, go and get married. Georgiana said, I thank your lordship. You have got me one. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. You saw the mistress. I beheld the maid you loved, I loved, for intermission no more pertains to me, my lord, than you. Your fortune stood upon the caskets there, and so did mine, too, as the matter falls for wooing to woo a woman to marry her, for wooing here until I sweat again, and swearing till my very roof was dry, with oath of love. At last, if promise lasts, I got a promise of this fair one here to have her love, provided that your fortune achieved her mistress. So here he said that yes, I'm willing to marry as you married, and he said that she's Nerissa. Portia said, "Is this true, Nerissa?" Nerissa said, "Madame, it is. So you stand pleased with all." It means that if you accept it, yes, it is. Bassanio said, you, and do you, Gratiano, mean good faith?" Then Gratiano said, "Yes, faith, my lord." Bassanio said, "Our feast shall be much honored in your marriage." Gratiano said, "Well, play with them, the first boy for 1,000 ducats." Nerissa and stake down. Uh, Nerissa, what? And stake down. Gratiano said, "No, we shall never win at that sport and stake down. But who comes here? Lorenzo and his infidel. What? And my old Venetian friend Cillario." Enters Lorenzo, Jessica, Cillario, and the messenger from Venice. Bassanio said, "Lorenzo and Cillario, welcome hither, or welcome here. If that the youth of my new interest here have power to bid your welcome to Portia by your leave, I bid my very friends and countrymen, sweet Portia, welcome." So Portia for sure welcomed them. She said, "So do I, my lord. They are entirely welcome." Lorenzo to Bassanio. He started to say, "I thank your honor. For my part, my lord, my purpose was not to have seen you here. I wasn't willing to come here to Belmont, but meeting with Cillario by the way, when I met Cillario, he did entreat me, past all saying nay, to come with him along. He begged me to come with him." Hilary said, "I did, my lord, and I have reason for it." Handing him a paper, Signor Antonio commends him to you. So he said that we came here on purpose. This letter is from Antonio. Please open it. Bassanio said, "Ere I open his letter, before I open his letter, is he okay? I pray you tell me how my good friend does." Hilary said, "Not sick, my lord, unless it be in mind." It means that he's not sick, he's not physically sick, but he has he has thoughts, and he was thinking all the time, so the problem was in his mind. Nor will, unless in mind. His letter there will show you his estate. It means that when you open the letter, you will say, you will know uh, how was he. Gratiano said, "Nerissa, cheer yon stranger, bid her welcome." Gratiano asked Nerissa to welcome Jessica. "Your aunt Hilary, what's the news from Venice? How does that royal merchant, good Antonio?" "I know he will be glad of our success. We are the Jasons. We have won the fleece." He said that. "Tell me about Antonio. Tell me about uh, what was the news?" Um, and then he said that if Antonio knew uh, about about us, and if he knew that we won the lottery game, he would be happy.